Learn English through Stories U11 Answers PDF. Adapted and modified by Kulwant Singh Sandhu. Contents: Vocabulary, 8 tests. Learning and doing. Answers: a complete using the correct form of the words and phrases given. 1. We had our English exam this morning. I hope I've passed. 2. He couldn't answer any questions, so he thinks he has failed. 3. Our teacher said that we've all achieved a lot this year. 4. I've left you a list of instructions on the kitchen table. Make sure you follow them. 5. Meeting Brad Pitt was an amazing experience. 6. My sister left Warwick University after she got her degree. 7. Being able to use a computer is a very useful skill. 8. I'm thinking of going on a computer course. 9. You can only apply for this job if you've got a qualification in website design. Make progress, make sure take an exam. 10. You've all made a lot of progress this year. Well done. 11. I always get nervous before I take an exam. 12. I made sure that I'd answered all the questions and then I handed in my test paper. B. Circle the correct word. 1. I wonder how difficult the maths test tomorrow will be. 2. It's nearly the end of term, so it will be the holidays soon. 3. Could you remind me to take this book back to the library? 4. Carl is a computer expert. Why don't you ask him to fix your computer? 5. Rosalind is a really talented musician, but she doesn't practice enough. 6. Rebecca is really clever. She always knows the answer. 7. I wasn't sure of the answer, so I guessed and I was right. 8. Have you ever considered becoming a professional singer? 9. After every experiment in chemistry, we have to write a report on what happened. C. Complete the crossword. All the answers are words in bold in exercise B. Across. 2. I want you to revise Unit 6 at the weekend because you've got a test on Monday. 4. Another word for clever is smart. 6. What's your favorite subject at school? 8. The other students were talking and laughing, but Jamie concentrated on his work. Down. 1. If you can do maths problems in your head, then you're good at mental arithmetic. 3. I got a mark of 19 out of 20 in the test. 4. I'll have to search for that book because I've no idea where it is. 5. Kelly didn't know what to say, so she hesitated before she answered. 7. Everyone uses their brain when they think. D. Write one word in each gap. Th. June. We had our English exam today. It was a disaster. We all sat there nervously, waiting for Mrs. Jennings to say we could start. Finally, she told us to turn our exam papers over. Then she read out the instructions to make sure we all understood. We had to write 3 essays in 2 hours. We weren't allowed to look up any words in the dictionary, and we had to write in pen. That meant we couldn't rub anything out if we made a mistake. We had to cross it out neatly, or just rip up the whole piece of paper and start again. So I read through the 3 questions very carefully and thought about what I was going to write. I'd just written my name down at the top of the first piece of paper and was about to start writing the first essay when Mrs. Jennings pointed out that there were only 5 minutes left. Oh dear. Each of the words in bold is in the wrong sentence. Write the correct word. 1. We learnt that poem by heart, but I've forgotten it now. 2. Are you in favor of teenagers leaving school at the age of 16? 3. I thought the exam would be difficult, but in fact it was really easy. 4. Many people, for instance my brother, prefer to do something active rather than do homework. 5. In general, the teachers at this school are really nice, but some are nicer than others. 6. It's a good idea to start the final paragraph of your composition with the phrase, in conclusion. F. Complete by changing the form of the word in capitals. 1. Do you think you get a good education at your school? 2. I'm not an expert. I'm only a beginner. 3. The police are going to give Tracy an award for bravery. 4. I'm writing in reference to your advertisement for a guitar teacher. 5. I want silence at all times during the exam. 6. Rupert is an instructor at a local extreme sports center. 7. I'm afraid that answer is incorrect, so you haven't won today's top prize. What a shame. 8. You don't understand division? Look. 12 divided by 4 is 3. It's easy. 9. This is really difficult to understand. Why don't we simplify it a little? 10. Actors have to memorize a lot of words when they are in a play. G. Write one word in each gap. 1. You didn't cheat in the exam, did you? 2. We're learning about dinosaurs at the moment at school. 3. What's your opinion of children going to school at a very young age? Or, what's your opinion about children going to school at a very young age? 4. I think you've confused astronomy with astrology, they're not the same. 5. I hope Mr. Aziz doesn't ask me a question about the book because I haven't read it. 6. I can't cope with all this homework I've got to do. H. Complete each second sentence using the word given, so that it has a similar meaning to the first sentence. Write between 2 and 5 words. 1. Sasha is a really good tango dancer. Sasha is really talented at tango dancing. 2. Our teacher wasn't feeling well, but she didn't stop the lesson. Our teacher wasn't feeling well, but she continued with the lesson. 3. I've got no experience at designing clothes. I know nothing about designing clothes at all. Or, I don't know anything about designing clothes at all. 4. Dan couldn't do his homework on his own, so I've been helping him. I've been helping Dan with his homework because he couldn't do it on his own. Or, I've been helping Dan to do his homework because he couldn't do it on his own. 5. No one can learn all that in one day. No one is capable of learning all that in one day. 6. I really hope you find a solution to the problem. I really hope you succeed in finding a solution to the problem.